Hi, I'm Kim Wheeler Poitevien. I'm a clinical social worker and I'm the owner of Amel Counseling Consulting, which is a private practice located here in Philly, where I work with the kids and teens who are experiencing grief and loss and struggling with school transitions. I want to talk today a little bit about how do you know when your child would benefit from having a therapist after experiencing a loss. So, the first thing is it's hard. That's like the simplest thing I can say. It's really hard when your family kind of goes through something major like this, and this could be like a death, this could be a divorce, this could be a job loss, this could be just estrangement, it could be like a huge blow up. And then your child's kind of reeling from it, and you guys are reeling from it. And so basically the homeostasis or the balance of your family is kind of off, and you're trying to put that back together, and then sometimes we realize that our kids aren't fully back together either. So I hope that this video is helpful for you to maybe kind of pick out some things that maybe could give you some idea that maybe your kid could benefit from a little bit more help. So I kind of want to start first with somatic complaints, and then sleep and appetite. So somatic complaints, typically when you hear therapists or doctors saying that, it's typically are they complaining about, is this symptoms, physical symptoms? Or my tummy hurts, and my body feels, I'm sick, I don't feel good, I'm in pain. You rule it out at the pediatrician, there's nothing wrong there. Okay, that might be a concern, something that you need to look a little bit more into. When we experience grief and loss, we typically don't really eat. I mean, it's a natural response. If that continues on, and we're not talking about like, oh, I'm just picky, but really just like not eating like they used to. No appetite, no desire for things that they used to like to eat, they're not eating anymore. Or if they become really fixated and they're only eating specific things, like they're getting like a very controlled, very restrictive diet, that might be something that, is cause for concern. Definitely bring it up with the pediatrician. And then once they rule out some other things, it may be some behavioral, some emotional stuff. Sleep disturbances. Again, grief and loss, we're not sleeping that well. And if this continues on, then it definitely impacts behavior and emotions and all that good stuff. But, you can see your little one and you're like, I put you to bed, you've been in bed for 10 hours. So why is it when I wake you up, you're not, like, you're dragging? And it could very well be that it's not restful sleep. So we want to see if a child is sleeping much longer than they normally were, or if it's really hard to get them to sleep, like they're kind of dragging, they don't want to, they're avoiding it, and any nightmares, any night terrors, and then if they've been in bed, is it restful? So if you're starting to see an issue with sleep, that might be another thing that you might want to talk to the pediatrician about. Or if you're changing the bedtime, or you're doing some of the other behavioral stuff and it's still not sticking, then it might be, linked more so some more emotional stuff. And increase in anxiety is another thing that we will notice that separation anxiety, social anxiety, but definitely worrying about loved ones if they're leaving. Where are you going? When are you coming back? I don't want you to leave. Just having tantrums, just meltdowns if someone's leaving. Really worried, really antsy when somebody's gone. Meeting new people may be really scary for them, so we're seeing like a lot of more social anxiety, really clinginess, a lot of worry about, are you going to die? Everybody dies. I think I'm going to die. Increasing that to the point where it's really hindering their functioning is definitely another thing that you might want to reach out to a therapist for. Social isolation, and maybe some sadness and depressive symptoms. So if they are no longer doing things that they used to love, video games, playing out with friends, if you're asking them, why don't you want to play with friends, and they're saying, well, no one would ever want to play with me, nobody, I'm a loser, I don't have any friends, it doesn't matter, they're not going to stick around anyway, people are going to die anyway, really hopelessness. Those are definitely flags that you really should probably be talking to a counselor and getting some kind of support for them. Preoccupation with death. So initially, kids really kind of, play out death. And so they talk about it a lot, probably a lot more than we feel comfortable with them talking about it. So you'll see it a lot in play. You'll see it a lot where they're asking questions. You're seeing a movie and they're saying, oh, that person's dead. That person's going to die. Did they die? That person's I'm going to kill that person. And some of those things are normal, but once they start to get really preoccupied when they're saying constantly, like, are you going to die? Are you going to die? Did he die? Is everybody going to die? What happens? Am I going to die? I'm going to die right now. Those things, if it's getting to the point where it's concerning you, then you definitely can reach out. There's no harm in it. And then the last thing would be thinking about wanting to hurt themselves. So if they are having thoughts about wanting to hurt themselves, cutting themselves, doing something to themselves, or just keep thinking about that they want to die. And then also if they want to hurt other people, or if they are thinking about hurting other people, if they have a plan to hurt themselves or other people, those are absolutely reasons that you need to reach out. And for those, you absolutely need to reach out to someone immediately. So I hope that these are really helpful tips for you to maybe look at and to share with some of the other people in your loved one's life. So if you are in the Philadelphia area and you and your littles are needing a little bit more additional support coping with grief and loss, you can reach out to me at my website, which is www.ameltherapy.com, and you can click on make an appointment to send an email or to call me, and we can schedule a free 15-minute phone consultation. And I hope that this was helpful. Again, stay tuned for some more videos that I will be putting out in the next couple of weeks. And until then, be kind to yourself. Take care.